Hi everyone, welcome in. I'm your master cosmologist, the head cheerleader to the stars, here with your energy forecast for the day. As I hit record, I was having an interesting thought come through. The sun's at 14 degrees of Taurus, the earth at 14 degrees of Scorpio, and I realized I've become my best friend. The highest quality friend I could possibly ever have. And I feel really gleeful and excited and happy. It's like I don't even need an external bestie anymore because I've got me. And how rad is that? The reason is because 14 is a Gemini number. It nets a 5. 5 is Gemini. And Taurus is, the best. It's très magnifique. It's the finest quality. So I've become the finest quality premium friend, and I belong with myself forever. I love it. I wasn't even expecting the reading to go this direction at all, but I just listen to the messages. I've got the Way of the Panda Tarot and Prairie Majesty Oracle. And can we just look at how beautifully these complement each other? And deck back of the Prairie Majesty deck is so beautiful. I love black and white. I'm a Pisces. I'm kind of a little privy to black and white things. What else was I going to say as I was taking these out? Oh, I had pulled some cards aside yesterday that caught my eye and said they wanted to be the cards to start the reading for today from these decks. We'll start there. The other thing I do want to mention, well, maybe it'll just come into the mix. Let's just go with the cards and we'll go from there. I don't want to forget Uranus though. Uranus is so important right now. All right, so first oracle card is the stink bug. If you don't know stink bug, you haven't been to the South. Stink bug is a persistent little fella here. He's pervasive, I should say. And he nestles up in your windows and under your siding, gets all in your house, lays dormant, and all of a sudden, towards the fall, just a plethora of them everywhere. I actually really love them. They're a form of beetle. And I carry all of them out of the house and talk to them. And sometimes they stink on you. But it says, how does this situation look and feel from a different view? Congratulations, we flipped this bitch. I've said it previously, but this is so certain, so clear that it's undeniable. And you may have felt a huge shift yourself today where, well, I was feeling that I'll never feel the way I've felt for decades ever again, which is mistreated, abused, sick, diseased, tortured. Just the gamut of suffering. I know there's a lot of suffering on the planet, and I know everybody has their struggles, but let me tell you, the shit I've been through would kill most people. And it felt really redemptive and happy and rewarding to feel what I would call residual trauma clearing out of the body for the last time, where I know I'm not going to feel those ways anymore. And the reason is because the predominant energy has done a 180. It's flipped completely. And you're not the underdog anymore. You're not the bottom of the the case system any longer. Congratulations to you. You are now in a league, a different league. That was the channeled word for the week was league. How does it feel? Oh, it feels almost too good to be true. My brain is going to be processing it until tomorrow. We have a very particular asteroid at a very particular Taurus degree, which is saying that there's no more bullying and butchering and attacking and putting down the feminine, the goddess energy any longer. And tomorrow it will be sealed. It will be 100% a done deal. It will be made concrete where there's no bullying of the feminine, of anyone. However, there's a particular level of denigration that the feminine and the goddess energy has had to endure on this planet for millennia. That is 100% over. With this card, I got the Ace of Wands, where one of the reasons for this is some really bad boys had their toys taken away because they don't know how to wield a wand. Some of y'all just don't even know how to wield your wand. Okay, let's be really honest. Boys shouldn't play with such toys. They're not for boys. Boys make a mess with it. You know, this like Mickey Mouse shit that's been going down where they just jizz and make a mess with this very sophisticated magic. All that just got shut down so hard. Like, it's like Mickey has to clean up the mess before all the wizards, let's not even call them wizards, all of the high priestesses come in and get really, really fucking pissed off because you don't want to see what happens when the true handlers of this energy have it 100% in their control. Oh, and we do. We do. Oops. Oops. Your toys are going to be dysfunctional and not working anymore. Sorry. Return to sender. It's just gonna jizz everywhere and be completely ineffectual is what I'm getting here. The other thing that I'm getting here is the raves are coming through again with this card where I'm hearing Khonsu. Khonsu, I had no idea Khonsu had such a sense of humor. I heard your wand is bigger than the Eiffel Tower. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I got a big one. And I know how to use it and not abuse it. The message that I was pulling through with the raves is that the masculine's wand is between his legs and he needs to worry about that. He needs to get that in check. That's a priority because that is what produces strong offspring, strong children, thriving babies, the quality of the masculine's seed. This has to be top quality, and that's the wand that you guys should be playing with and caring for. I'm hearing magic stick. I got the magic stick. All right, where are we going with this? Where are we going with all this? It definitely is coming through as there's going to be so much play ahead because you're never going to feel those ways again, and you're not going to think those ways again, and no one's going to treat you those ways again because literally the energy has changed so significantly that nobody can even cross that line anymore. No one can put you down because they don't have it within them anymore. They know it would be to cross. It's like It's almost illegal because the ruling class has changed so significantly, so permanently that you can't cross them. You can't. What am I trying? It's not coming out because it's foreign. I should have taken some flower essences before. I got the 9 of Wands and it went over to the side. It wanted to be cast aside, and I got the 2 of Cups with the Sun. This is so beautiful. This is just what I was trying to articulate, but it wasn't coming out, where bullying and being treated like a punching bag, like a piñata, being bullied, people punching you, not really punching you, but struggle sessioning you. This would be the energy of struggle sessioning. The struggle sessions are over. The bullying is through. All of the treatment that you've endured. The 9 of Wands is typically a man with a bandaged head, where he's been through the ringer and been kicked down, knocked down, 7, get up 8 kind of card. And he has to go into recovery, where since this got cast aside all the way to the left, which is the past position, when I read, it's saying that that's over. That is done. That got flipped. The script got flipped. The shoe is now on the other foot. It's a good thing we're nice. Let's just say it's a good thing that we're nice, because you wouldn't want to see what's at the other end of this stick if we didn't have compassion, mercy, big hearts. 2 of Cups and the Sun. This is me and my best friend, me, myself, and I. I've been taking sunflower essence for a couple of weeks now to stand up really tall and proud and to emulate the energy of a sunflower. I love that he's hiding behind this little thin branch of bamboo, where I almost feel like I have this halo effect around me too, where it's just going to glow and shine and reveal itself. And the little bit left that you have left in you to still hide and not shine, it's pretty weak. Like, yeah, we can see you. We can see you. So with the 2 of Cups and the Sun, it just reads as friends. You're going to find true friendship. You're going to make new friends. People are going to treat you chummy. They're going to treat you like a pal. The world is going to look out for you because it has to. It literally has to. For you to be treated like crap beyond this point, the moon went through the lion's gate. Whenever the moon goes through the lion's gate, it sheds something. And this time it really was shedding any treatment that's not the sun energy towards you, towards our crew. The shoe's on the other foot. The treatment's been flipped, is what I'm saying. It's like the world has to look out for those who look out for the world now, because there's a really simple way I could articulate this, but it doesn't want to come out because it's brand new. The world supports the predominant energy on the planet, and the predominant energy just did a pole flip. That energy is not supported any longer. It's going to have a really tough time on the planet. It's going to ride the struggle bus. The energy that we are aligned with is the predominant energy. You're going to be promoted. You're going to be assisted, facilitated, helped. You're going to get magic breadcrumbs and secret passageways and basically helped. You're going to find a lot of assistance and you're going to feel like you belong. The 4 in 14 is Aquarius. That's the energy of belonging. The 1 is love. 1 plus 4, love plus belonging, which means the rest of the world is going to not cast you out like an outcast. You're going to feel like they want to be in your company. They want to support you. They want to bless you up. They want to help you. They want to give assistance. I'm hoping this is all making sense. I actually feel like I'm not supposed to pull any more Prairie Majesty, and we are supposed to go with a couple more Way of the Panda Tarot. It's really cool to me, the synergy of decks. When I pull 2 completely different style decks, they will oftentimes match and their colors will just kind of blend really nice. How this card has the pink and white and black, and this card has the pink and white and black. Actually, the yellow's being picked up in there too. This has happened my entire life. Well, my entire career reading, I should say, where the cards match and coordinate. And there's something about that with this 14-degree Taurus sun where magnetization, things are just going to kind of synergize and come to you and blend with you. It's almost like you're going to find that perfect match, that perfect outfit, that perfect pair of shoes. You're not going to hit every red light and get kind of damned. Oh, okay. I wasn't going to bring this up, but it wants to come through because it just hit me again when I said damned. I was channeling Africa. I'll pull a card too and see what Africa wants to say, but Africa is, I'm hearing cursed. I've got the Fool. Africa was letting me know that she's in dire straits. She needs help. She needs to be liberated. The Nile being dammed is one of the biggest locks and damages that is preventing the flow of energy. The Fool card actually is telling me that many of us are going to have to begin to travel and to start addressing these energetic blockages on the planet. That's why it's coming through. So it's not just physical dams. I just had a mission completely downloaded in my head in a second. Okay, so that's where this is going. It feels like a lot of us are going to meet on the road. Like when we're traveling, we might become rather migratory. Hey, bud, how'd you do at the Grand Canyon last week? Oh, we did awesome. We cleared millennia blockages and liberated all kinds of particle bundles. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. That's my best friend. She's a real bad bitch, got her own money. I am hearing Best Friend by Doja Cat. The songs are coming in hot. Yeah, Africa is saying that all of the issues with poverty, with famine, with drought, with disease, it's all because, I mean, the number one thing it's telling me is the Nile. So what this is going into is, if we could think of 14 Taurus in a natural way, in a nature-based way, it's animals that hang out together. It could be, well, there's a couple things I'm seeing here. It's small groups of animals, not huge herds. I wouldn't call this energy huge herds, but close-knit, smaller groups of animals that move together. It's also the energy of a cart with oxen like a dark, like a black cow. It's very much like the Chariot card with a black cow and a white cow. And there's this energy coming through in the background of yoking with your bestie, yoking with your significant other, where you've both converted your ways. You guys did a flip-flop. It's like, yeah, you guys did that. You flippy-floppied. And whoever was the white oxen is now the black oxen, and vice versa, is what I'm trying to communicate. The tongue. I'm noticing that the tongue is just so tied because it's been bound to such a conditioned pattern that to speak the complete opposite and to speak good news and to speak positively and to reveal truths, especially to reveal truths, the tongue doesn't even know what to do. It's almost like it's being tongue-tied. And I don't know if you're like this too, but I've been extremely clumsy the past couple days at least, probably the past 4 or 5 days. I just keep banging into everything. It's because the matrix is different. It's imperceptibly small, but you're banging into things and you're clumsy because it's not the same. You're not the same. So it's a little 𝗵𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 and a little 𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 I don't feel professional, whatever. It's probably that Gemini aspect with a Leo moon. I feel like too, the ones that were messing with the wands, with the magic in the wrong ways, are going to feel like this, not in the good way. They're going to feel like they can barely hide. They're trying to hide behind that little wisp there. This is us now. This is just us now. We got big 𝗧𝗧𝗏. Our 𝗧𝗧𝗏's big and strong. Whoever this is wants out. Page of Swords. Yeah, I actually feel like that's probably where we'll end the message. The Page of Swords to me is that tongue-tied energy. He's a total newbie, a rookie at using this new brain and this new tongue and wielding the sword, where communication might be a little awkward or negotiable in your own head, in your own mouth. Some of it is because we don't know how to talk to people who treated us like crap anymore. Like, how do we deal with these folks now? And then part of it is, since everything is a 180 flip and it's polar opposite and it's that different, there is a re-education of how you look at everything, how you see everything. I'm really drawn to his spectacles. He's just seeing that things have changed and there's going to be different ways to have to learn to communicate. His juvenile nature wants to express to not take the low road, to take the high road, and to be the bigger person. It doesn't matter how you were treated, even if everyone else was a fool and treated you like hot garbage and abusively. There's this need to speak, think, behave classy, forgiving. I'm hearing Excelsior, Excalibur. Ooh, that is Excalibur. That's what we're being asked. The mind quality of 14 Taurus is Excalibur. We're not trying to make enemies. We're not trying to create more problems. We're not trying to rehash old issues. We're trying to make amends. We're trying to get the planet into this Two of Cups energy where in the former era, okay, this is where we're going. You had enemies and people made enemies out of you. In the new era, since this is an enlightened age, it's a golden age, it's a constructive age, a positive age, bad still exists, dark still exists, evil still exists, death still exists, corruption still exists. It expresses completely different though. So you now need to make frenemies. Where even the ones that you can't stand the most, the ones that are the most evil, they're still a beneficial organism for the planet in the same manner that you would not denigrate and put down an earthworm or a stink bug, a stink beetle. They all have an ecological niche. And now that we're not going to be doing the old ways, all of these beings are going to find their ecological purpose, their niche, their function. We have to allow others to find their place in the world and to put whatever they were doing with this misconstrued, misappropriated, misplaced juju. Whatever they were trying to figure out, they gotta fuss it out. They gotta suss it out. They gotta figure out where this goes when they're not being meanie heads and bullies, essentially. Capiche? Does that make sense? I hope that made some semblance of sense. I'm going to be pulling cards for the weekly in just a little bit, so I hope you'll join me for the weekly forecast, which we aren't calling week anymore. Should we call the week strong? It's strongly. In the strongly forecast, I'm going to invent a new word for week. It's inappropriate. Doesn't cut it anymore. You know what? I'll just bring this guy out one more time where I feel like there's going to have to be a glow up of language, period, where it's not struggle sessioning you any longer. And we've all begun to do this where we've noticed words matter, but I think it's going to be taken to another awareness level where we really do delete and replace these words that keep us in a program and tell our psyche, our consciousness, certain things. Like, you're weak, it's a week, it's the weekly. Yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up there. That was pretty long. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.